Hello, everybody. My name is Christian. I'm the host of the Disruptive Chef Entrepreneur Show. Thanks for being here on this beautiful Friday. Today, I'm diving into something what separates the good from the great in the culinary world, and that is the impact of community engagement on their culinary success. Again, my name is Christian. I'm the host of the Disruptive Chef Entrepreneur Show. It's great to have you here today. If you can, please like this episode or share with a friend or somebody you know can benefit from them. And then also click the notification bell so you know that there's a new episode available for you anytime you log on. So today we want to talk about how chefs, restaurateurs, and culinary entrepreneurs can leverage community engagement and how we can grow strategically. So it's not just having a nice plate, is also how is the impact around your community. So today we'll break down the direct impact on community loyalty, local influence, and how you can set this up as a long-term success. So for me, if you haven't done so, make sure you like this episode. As you know, every Monday we have a special guest. On Friday, I have a tactical solo episode. And that's something we have learned from our clients, or a lot of our people are talking about, or something we struggle with. So for me, that's important that we share this for you, because for me, this episode in particular is not just about being visible, it's about becoming indispensable in your community. And you guys hear me talk about this all the time. Own your zip code. If you start a business, own your zip code first before you go outside. Because for me, if you have your local community support you, that for me is all the impact in the world. And that's why I want to talk to you why community engagement is today's ultimate power play. So, as we talked about earlier, it's not just around having a great event, about having a social media account. You need to think schools, farmers market, local collabs, culinary celebrations, all of that can help you to get some community engagement. And today also, I want you to think about the return of investment. You know, and you know the people can bring to you who trust you and like you in your neighborhood. And that's for me really, really important. And also today we're going to talk about customers who feel connected, don't just come back, you know, they come on your side of the street. And for me, I want to talk about a few things. And the first thing is, what is the not just the impact, or for me, let's break it down into business case, how it impacts your local business, how it impacts for your success. So you can do this in 5 different ways. And the first way for me is increase your brand awareness. Get free word of mouth marketing. The second thing for me is customer loyalty. Because if you return or reduce people which are not happy, or people which are not 100% aligned with your values, you know what? They having people which don't have that boosts your lifetime value. What are some of the local partnerships you can have? It could be a new revenue stream, and it could give you credibility. So for me, that's really important. The fourth one is talent acquisition, because you guys hear me talk about this all the time. You can't do it all by yourself. You need somebody who you can work with, and somebody who understands your mission, somebody who understands the vision you have. Because I honestly believe that people want to work with mission driven brands. And for me, that's really, really important. And the fifth one is you need to become crisis resilient. So, what do I mean by that? I honestly believe a loyal community, when they show up through tough times, I'm thinking pandemic. If you had a great following around your facility, you could actually deliver meals to them. And for me, during COVID, the pandemic story, it's really important because I always use the example on our street. We have this long street in town. At the beginning of the street, we had a barbecue place. In the end of the street, we had a, a restaurant which came from a multi-unit restaurant chain which were in business for, I believe, 50 or 60 years. So in the beginning of our road, we had this guy which has a barbecue joint saying, hey, people can come inside. How about I bring him outside? But rather than bringing him outside, I bring him into my restaurant. He had little park areas where you could park your car and then look on the screen on what's going on in the kitchen. It was phenomenal to see. And he said he built this really inexpensively. It's this hut he had. And then we had this multi-unit restaurant, which been in business for a very long time. They didn't change. They didn't do anything. Who do you think is still around today? The barbecue place did absolutely well. The other concept, which was a local Connecticut favorite, which they had 5 or 6 units, is gone. So for me, bringing your customers in and making an effort that you want to, bring them into your world, that you appreciate if that they are coming to you, people will not forget that. And so for me, it reminds me of my days as I worked as a consultant in a casual brand. And we consulted with them, and we found a 17% bump in a weekday traffic just by launching a community dinner series with a local nonprofit, which was really phenomenal because they helped promote the dinner night. They did a really amazing job in supporting the local community. It wasn't the restaurant, it was the local nonprofit which did most of the work. So chef level examples. So for me, let me just break it down and who is doing it right. And for me, that's really, really important, doing the right things, not just doing things right. Because a chef who has a restaurant or a food truck who offers a pay as you can meal once a week does it right. If you're a restaurateur who runs a local youth program and just not just doing the local youth program, but also teaching them how to cook and do a cooking program for them, is doing it right. A food truck partner who locals with a local artist or musician every Friday night is doing it right. Because for me, as I worked with this particular restaurant group, and for me, what was one of the things we implemented, and we got lucky on that, because we turned a struggling brunch into a sold out brunch and build event for them. And we didn't do this alone. We partnered with the local Habitat for Humanity chapter, and they did an amazing job helping us building that. And for me, it was one of those humbling moments when you go out and you do something for somebody. We wanted to do it because we wanted to give back to the Habitat for Humanity chapter. But they came to us and said, hey, let's create this brunch and build event. And it was sold out every Sunday. And it was a great way, not just to give back, but also to get other people into your restaurant you normally wouldn't see. So, how can you practice ways on, and how can you start this month? So, what I encourage you to do is start small, start something new. And don't be overwhelmed, because one little thing as you're doing it could have a huge impact. The one little thing could be one of the things which totally changes your business. And for me, there's 3 things which I have for you today. You need to collaborate with a local nonprofit. The reason I'm saying this, because if you donate a percentage of the proceeds to the host of the dinner, they will share with everybody that you did something for them. The second thing is you need to create a community night, and not just do a community night. You can call it, there was a local restaurant which did a community table night. And for me, it was humbling to see restaurants doing this because you had the whole neighborhood there and they sit together and they engage. How often do you look in your neighborhood where you live? I know my people which live to the right and left of me, but actually breaking bread with them and having them part of a community night would be absolutely fantastic. And the third thing is you need to feature community stories. What do I mean by that? You need to turn your Instagram or any of your social medias into a community showcase. And because people like to see what's going on behind in a kitchen. And I love when you could see into the kitchen because it gives somebody the feel that they are part of that. Because I honestly believe chef as a leader idea it is. Did you are not just feeding people, you are shaping a culture. And for me, that's crucially important. And for me, I like the open kitchen because it kind of takes the mystery away. Because when you see people running back there and having organized, we call it organized chaos, having conversations with them, and somebody calls out, yes, chef, and they see the whole process. I just think it adds something to your dinner event and it adds something to it for people that come in and love on you. So remember, community engagement isn't just about a side hustle, it's a strategy, something soulful. It's soulful investment and not just your brand, it's an investment in your brand's longevity. So I encourage you to choose any of the things we talked about and start small. It doesn't need to be all of them and implement them for the next 14 days. And then DM us below. Let us know what was your win of this episode. I really want to know, did you try some of the things we talked about? Did you do a community night? Did you do a pay as you can event? Or did you partner with a local artist and have a music night Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday night? Because if you do this, we will have you on our podcast. We interview on our Monday episode where we have some great industry leaders and people which make an impact in the industry featured. So I have one little bonus idea for you. And that's for me is how about if you don't have a physical space? And a lot of you guys, I know you're virtual chefs, you food bloggers, and you are creators. You can engage your community by online tastings, virtual fundraiser, recipe collabs, or you can partner and do stuff in the local school. Because I honestly believe you got to remember in the culinary world, it's not just about what's on the plate. It's about who you're sitting at the table with you. Because you need to set your table, you need to serve the people, and you will succeed and success will follow. Because for me, that's crucially important. How often do you do an event and you really don't know who's sitting on the table next to you? How often do you do an event where you didn't know the guy 2 tables down lives down the street from you? And for me, being the person which invites this into your community is massive. It's just not massive from an outcome perspective. It's also great for the people coming to you because they meeting people. They see people, like for me, I have somebody who lives right across from me. I would love to have dinner with them. I have somebody who live here to the left of me. I would love to know more about them because I honestly feel that having dinner or breaking bread is the great equalizer because people share differently when you break bread. And for me, it's as simple as that. So, with that, I want to say thanks for being here today. Thanks for listening to my rant. And for me, I wanted to have this conversation for a very long time because I see restaurants struggling. I see restaurants doing the same things day in, day out. They don't include their local community. I honestly believe if you want to conquer the world, you need to conquer your zip code. And that's where you start. Again, my name is Christian. I'm the host of the Disruptive Chef Entrepreneur Show. Please let me know below what resonated with you today. What did you start for the next 2 weeks? What was the impact on you? I would love for you to be one of our guests on our Monday podcast. If yes, there's anything else you want to see, let us know on the comments below, and we appreciate you following us. There's over 100,000 of you, and I couldn't be more grateful. So with that, I want to say thanks for being here today. I'm Christian, the host of the Disruptive Chef Entrepreneur Show, and we see you at the next episode. Thanks, everybody.